Grok 4 is about to get released. In the next 4 days, we are going to get access to this new, potentially state-of-the-art model. And this is a big deal because what Elon Musk says is that this is going to be groundbreaking. And what he says is that he needs one big run for specialized coding model, which will be huge. And he's working with the XAI team. We gotta wait and see if, in all honesty, this is going to actually be true. And what he says is that the performance will be unmatched. So this is how XAI company is looking right now. Everybody's grinding inside the basements, loads of work probably. So this is super exciting because Elon Musk said that he's going to use this Grok 4 to actually retrain and re-synthesize all of the available human knowledge to add missing information and delete errors. And then he's going to retrain on top of that. This is so important because, as Karpathy said lately, the data that we have right now from human knowledge, from the internet, whatever data we have pretty much expanded them. If you know, Llama 3 has trained like on 15 trillion tokens, which is pretty much all of the available data out on the web, out of human knowledge, after deleting duplicated entries and clearing everything up. So all of the available data are about 20 to 30 trillions, and there are so many errors. The OCRs, meaning the extraction of text, images, is so messed up. Karpathy says it, I don't say it, so the potential for augmenting and creating synthetic data and improving the current data is so big. Imagine these AI models improving all of the available data and making them AI compatible. In my opinion, this is one of the biggest directions and potential improvements that current models can actually do for us. This is such a big frontier, such a big gap that has not been addressed up till now. So I think Elon Musk is on the correct way. It's not only having more compute, more data, new architectures, more reasoning, think time, context, whatever, or tools. It's also about having the actual model be correct. And without correct data, you cannot have a correct model. So I think this is a very big thing. And what AI engineer says is that Grok 4 is going to be a bigger jump from Grok 3 that was from Grok 2. And this was a huge jump. So let's go back and see exactly what Grok 3, which is currently available, it was released like back in February, is doing. So it's not very costly, but in general is a slow model. So potentially it's a big model. And what we can see here is that it's not the smartest model out there right now. It's trailing back the 4.1, all of the updates from DeepSeek, Qwen. It's not the smartest model, and of course it's not the fastest model, but it's quite cheap. It's not very expensive. But we have to understand that this is at least a 4-month-old model. Potentially, the training of this model ended in January 2025. So there's potential to be even better. So we can see here it's trailing back behind all of the state-of-the-art models by quite a lot. So it has to do a big jump. But I feel like the direction this model is taking is actually correct. They have also released like this Grok 3 reasoning beta model that performed quite well for a reasoning model. So you can see it over here, it's at 56. Artificial intelligence index, we're going to see even more benchmarks. But you have to understand that we could potentially get a very amazing model very soon. And this could create a flywheel for AI labs to put out their models, their newer models, their better models out there. We expect Gemini 2.5 Ultra thing, which is also a lot better than Gemini 2.5 Pro right now, to get released super soon. We have GPT-5, which is about to get released inside July probably. So there's so many models that could come out to, fight Grok 3. We might have an update on Claude 4 Opus, for example, because already they do 2 months of updates and releases. So it's about time we get a new Claude 4. Potentially, we could see DeepSeek R2 coming out. We they said there is going to be a delay. Here in humanities, last exam, Grok 3 is just at 5%, on live code batch is at 43%. It's so way back behind O4 Mini High and Gemini 2.5 Pro, like it's so behind. And they need this big jump. So I think they're going to make it. They have the cluster set up, they've got the data, they've got all of the new updates from reasoning, from all of the interactions with these models. So I think we're going to see a very big jump. I actually think this competition math is not correct here. It feels a little low, but we can potentially see a very, very big jump without a very significant price increase. So I'm really excited to actually see what is going to happen from Grok. So if we see here on the search arena, it's not even on the top 10 models. If we see the vision arena, I don't think we are going to see it here either. So let's see, Grok 3. Does it even exist? Nope, no multimodal capabilities. On web dev arena, can we see it? I don't know. Can you see it? I cannot see it. So there is a big potential. Grok 3, when it was released, it was a very good model, but right now it's trailing so hard. But again, if you see here, it was released like 4 months ago, and it's the Grok 3 preview. And on the overall arena over here, it's not that behind, in all honesty. Now this is text arena, who knows? This is just linguistic precision. It's just text, nothing super special. So in terms of that, it's good because it has all of the tutor data, which are very high quality in terms of text. It's news, it's bloggers, it has that knowledge, but it's still trailing behind the competition. Here we can see a more overall view, and it's like on average the 5th or 6th best model across benchmarks, but it's trailing behind even Gemini 2.5, GPT 4.1. It's quite behind and they need this update. I also tried to get all of the benchmarks versus the current SOTA models through ChatGPT, but you can see here I could not actually gather them. Also, I did a query for deep research through Grok 3. So maybe take these with a grain of salt. Maybe these are not correct. Funny thing, not even Grok 3 is added on this benchmark. Where is Grok 3? Oh my God. Oh, it's here. Okay. So when the model was released, it was one of the best models for mathematics. So that's kind of a big deal. And what Elon Musk said is that they are going to think from first principles, which is super important. What I expect is that they release a state-of-the-art reasoning model, potentially coding model as well. Probably not the best one out there, but very, very close to the competition. And we're going to have a clear view whether XAI can actually challenge Claude in coding, Gemini in coding, GPT in coding, while these models have completely took off lately. I really don't know what your expectation is for Grok 4, but there is a very big hype surrounding it. This is a critical moment for one of the biggest AI labs out there, and I really hope that it's actually going to be a good model, because if it's a good model, as I've told you, we're going to get even more state-of-the-art models out there. We're going to get huge improvements because all of the frontier labs will not want to be trailing. Again, what you have to understand is that all of the AI labs are releasing models that they have trained 6 months, 7 months ago. We're not seeing the actual state-of-the-art performances. These are kept inside the labs. So we're going to probably get a taste of pre-AGI in the next 3 months. That's my expectation, and it could quite well start with Grok 4. But the premise is that Grok 4.5 or Grok 5 is going to be an actual AGI. If you see the APIs that they set up for Grok 4, they say that it is baby AGI or pre-AGI. So the expectation from all of the big labs, from Claude, from OpenAI, is that we are one step, potentially 3 to 6 months before we start seeing the first signs of general artificial intelligence. And this is super major. If these AI companies start to compete with each other, maybe we can see these pre-AGI versions of models within 3 months. If they don't really compete that much, we're going to see it in 6 months. But one thing, in my opinion, is for certain: 2026 is going to be the year where we will start seeing real AGI in our day-to-day lives. And this is such an exciting and scary times for the whole world. Tell me your opinion down below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching.